This is about the different aspects we will be using for the C++ and different between C and C++ and object-oriented programming, means OOP. Uh, First of all, these are the properties which I thought it should be also clear to you because different properties are there. That is, first of all, we will say data abstraction. It means busy hiding of data is known as data abstraction. Like, I will give the example, so that will be very clear. Suppose you are in the bank. You can see your own transactions. You can't see my transaction. That is data abstraction. So that is done by with the help of programming, right? Encaps, encapsulation means basically so whole of the data if you put in one unit, like you can say if you put many things in one unit, like I will say many books in one bag, that is encapsulation. So all the things can be put together. Polymorphism means able to take more than one form. Okay, because I will give my example. I can be teacher also. I can be a brother also. I can be husband also, right? So in this way, I can have a different forms. That is polymorphism. Similarly, objects also, classes also can have different forms. Similarly, dynamic binding will be executed only at runtime. Means basically when the program is running at that time, binding can be done to the anything, right? That dynamic binding. Okay. Now basically main difference between C programming and C++ programming. So, C programming was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1969 approximately. That year is not clear. Similarly, this is wrong. This is C++. Was C++ was developed by the this Strostrup in 1969, and later on by as said earlier that this was uh, available publicly in 1985. Further, C programming is basically it is a subset of the of C++, and C++ is a superset of C. Means whatever is included in C, that is included in C++ also. Okay. Now here, what are the properties we have seen earlier? Basically, C programming does not support those. Means such type of properties like polymorphism, encapsulation, and inheritance. These properties you want, you can't have in C programming. But same thing is available in C++. That's why I have explained earlier. Further, like if you like in the programming what you are doing in the lab, right? We are writing C in whatever data you want to as input. C in can be the code, and similarly C out will be the whatever the output is coming. Similarly here scanf and printf. So this is related to Cn and C out. So if the programming is C programming is there, then these coding we will be using. Here C++, C in, C out. Basically, this is the difference between two programmings. Basically, it does not support the virtual and friend function because function has a function is there. Function is anything you want uh, for the programming. For that code is mentioned in the program itself. You can mention like matrix multiplication, matrix addition. So for the that code you can write for a particular behavior, right? Suppose that it suppose a C programming doesn't suppose a virtual or friend function, but C++ support it. What is the meaning of that? A friend function in basically it says private, protected, and public members of a class. What do you mean with that? Private, protected, and public. Private means whatever the classes are there which are not visible to the other persons. Protected means you can't change that. Public means that will be given to you whatever data is given data. So it means basically, so data can be, or it can be private also. Private means anybody can be given, can access that. Protected means protection is there, some protection is there to data also, right? Means whosoever, if somebody want to access or it can't access by any person, all persons you can say. Public members of a class. Public member is like I am giving an example of bank, right? All are basically we are the public members, right? Virtual function is member, is a member function that you expect to be redefined in derived class. Means if you want to redefine a function in a derived class, because we already discussed what is class, what is object, right? Difference we have already discussed, right? So virtual function means you redefine the function, that will be virtual function, right? So it does not support the reference variable, and it supports meaning. What is the meaning of that? A reference variable is a variable that points to an object of a given class. Means what the meaning? Now, because in a class many objects are there because that is a class basically. If you can point to any particular object, that is a reference variable. So that is possible in C++ and it is not possible in C. Similarly, what are the key features of object-oriented programming? OOP is basically the code, the you can say basically the short form of object-oriented programming. So here basically data rather than the function. Function is basically whatever you want to do with the help of that with the data. That is a function basically. Like matrix addition, I have given an example, matrix addition. Also, you want to find the root also, right? Data is something else. Whatever the like minus b plus minus b square minus 4 is c by 2a. So value of b is the data, and function means roots. So program are divided into set of objects. Means different type of objects are objects can be uh, mentioned in the at the different time of the in the programming. Function plays on data and tie it together. So that we already discussed. Function played on data. No data naturally data will be given to function. So so and also they are tied together. I means basically all the data, whatever data is there in the function, in the function that you have to mention. That is meaning. Object communicates through function. Okay, that is meaning basically function. Yeah, we already discussed like here. Programs are divided into set of objects. Function creates from data, right? Object communicates through function. Meaning whatever the communication wants, object does not communicate directly. It communicates through only through the function, right? So means basically the objects are not directly very visible, so they communicate through function only. So bottom up approach. Because two type of approaches are there, bottom up and top up, right? So approach is there. Bottom approach is basically coding and early testing. Reusability of code is the main benefit. Means bottom approach, you can use the code as you want whenever you want. So you can again use again and again. Risk there is there, that risk here is that the module may be coded without clear idea how they are linking to the other parts of the system. So this is a risk there. Reusability, right? That is the risk for the this bottom approach, right? That's that this because different the code can be used again and again, right? That's the main benefit of the bottom approach. Now again, objects. The how the objects can be there. Like its state can be defined. I mean how the object will be there, right? Uh, it can be static also because only two type of things are only available, right? It can be static also. It can be dynamic also. Static means fixed. Fixed. Dynamic means you can vary whenever you want. Behavior. Static means like I will give you one example as in the program, right? Like static means you mention that you want to you want that the put the elements in increasing order. Suppose I mention in the program 256. Suppose that it is fixed means static. If you want to vary me 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? That dynamic. Right? In this way, objects can be static also and dynamic also. Behavior. It tells us how act and react to outside world. Okay, that is very important because sometimes objects are mentioned and some of the objects can interact with the outside world also, right? In terms of state and message paths. Like some of the objects are sometimes are not visible to the outside world, right? So that it means any type of behavior you can mention for the object. Similarly, identity. It distinguishes it from all objects. Mean like banana is one example, another is apple. Means same name cannot be we cannot give to the same but to a different objects. Different name is there. Means we can distinguish the objects also. Now operation. What type of operation? Which can be we can do with one objects, right? Modifier. It changes the state of objects. Okay. If you want to modify, same name you can't give. But if you want to modify, it can be modified. You can modify. Selector. It says the state object. That what is the state? Like state, it can be it can be static also. It can be dynamic also. It only says the state of object. Means basic selector means basically it will only see whether this is a particular type or not. Right? Iterator. Operation in which permits all parts of the object. Operation which permit all parts of the object in well-defined order. So object means order. If you want a particular operation, so on the objects, right? So that you have to mention particular operation that you mention that this thing you will do first, second thing you will do this, right? So that is basically iterator, iterator, right? In this way, means basically these are the objects behavior also, identity also, state also, and then what type of operations on the object can be there. So that we have discussed.